Today for the Bitcoin price with DavinciJ15, we will look at one specific indicator for sure nobody is looking at right now. And this specific indicator is pointing towards the fact, according to DavinciJ15, that we might hit towards the end of March a price of 12,500 US dollars. However, there are some limitations to it. This will be jam-packed and interesting. And guys, you can count me on that. No one on YouTube is looking at that right now. So we want to come to the most important question of today. DavinciJ15, once again, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm really pumped to show you guys this indicator is just quite surprising, actually. When we started showing off, I was showing you this this indicator in the beginning of this, before we did this video, and man, I was quite surprised, and I think our audience is going to be surprised as well.
Yes, and guys, we can already let you know there is a massive amount of confluence going into that with other indicators. Before I forget it, before we go on, very quickly, very important, the YouTube algorithm is right now changing. If you want to stay up to date and get time-sensitive updates every single day from our channel and DaVinci's channel, go down here in the video, click the like button, and the most important thing, right now, click the subscribe button here and also click the bell and press all. Only that way you can make sure that you are not a slave to the YouTube algorithm and you can stay updated and get time-sensitive updates from our channel. Press subscribe and the bell, very, very important. DaVinci, this will be jam-packed. This wasn't planned, but I mean, that's why I'm so pumped to do that episode right now. So let's pull up the charts and show the people what you have to show us today, man.
For sure. Okay, so, well, Bitcoin, we are definitely in a bull run here. You can see that this is like this is a very steep curve trend line here, and if we can hold it, that's very positive for Bitcoin. And I think we're going to see this trend line holding. I really get that feeling that we're going to hold this trend line, but we could still come back really fast the next day or on the weekend to this trend line. So be careful with your trades, right? Make sure your stop loss is probably left way down here, and I think this is a very good stop loss if you're trading this, because all of our theses are wrong. But I don't think we're going to break this bottom here. Now, with that said, when we started off this, when we started talking about this show, I wanted to think of something different to show people. And I thought, you know what? Let me show you the Gann square. I know how to draw a Gann square. It's just that I'm not sure if it's going to give us any information. So you start at the bottom, and then you go to the next turning point top.
Very important, guys. We did not expect anything once we started with that. But yeah, please go on.
And then look at this, man. Right? This is the 8-to-1 on the Gann square. And then look at how it held the 8-to-1. Oh my God. I'm like, what the heck? Not only that, you can see that this speed bump here, right here, was resistance all the way until it broke it.
It's crazy.
Insane. And then boop, broke out. Then we had a little bit of trouble crossing over to the next square, right? In the square, right, you don't know what's going to happen during the square. But this speed bump, you know that the prices are going to have a little bit of trouble in around these speed bumps areas here, this circle here. And what did it do? It just went, it slided right down on that speed bump, and then across it, and we dumped again across the speed bump, this one right here, and then we did not break the 8-to-1 on the Gann square. I was like, what the heck? I was shocked as hell. So what's this going to tell us for the future now that we've seen how well this thing lines up with the past? Man, this thing is definitely going to line up for the future.
Yes.
So with this trend line, what you can see is the price is going to be around, what's it, the 31st of March, probably at 12,500 almost, right? That's incredible.
One thing, some people might come, all right, I saw that on YouTube. There's one guy, he's also using the squares, but he's using it from a bearish perspective. And also, this bearish perspective was broken with the last up spike here until June. And also, this uptrend right now has broken all the assumptions from the bearish perspective once again.
Let's see if we can do the fibs. Look at that, the 78.6 actually lines up with this trend line right here at the Gann speed bump as well. So if we were to draw a square here, this is like the reload zone. This is a zone the trade location zone, you can see that, wow, that's...
Wait, the 78.6 is lining up perfectly with the circle of the Gantt square and also with the trend line right now until the end of March, right?
Exactly.
So we have furthermore confluence with the Fibonacci 78.6 and the Gantt squared and the trend line all lining up perfectly together until the end of March.
Yeah, I would. Now keep in mind with Gantt square, this can always just go straight up higher and then come down into this. So you can't really say, you know what, the price is just going to go sliding straight exactly there, because markets don't move that in that kind of manner. They move nothing goes in a straight line. So it might go straight up like up here, something like that, and then come back down here, or break this line and then come back up. You don't know exactly how it's going to end up when it does these things. The market does these things, but especially with Gantt square, you just can't tell what's going to happen in between the speed bumps, right? Generally, what happens is the speed bumps are just basically areas of resistance and turbulence, basically. So that's what you're looking for, especially turbulence, right? You could also go like this, right? You could go all the way up here and then slide all the way up to yes. That's how the turbulence jet works, right? But most likely it's just going to move down, not up towards the turbulence. So that's one of the things.
So this Gantt squared is a time-based thing. It's estimating the time, the end of March. Now, when we want to try to find also some indications for the price, that's what actually the trend line is for, and that's what actually also the Fibonacci 78.6 right now is for. So we have some confluence on the time-based line, which is the Gantt, and also then we have some indications or some confluence here with the trend line and the Fibonacci. Just to put it together, it's actually crazy, especially with the Fibonacci 78.6 up to the exact dollar lining up perfectly with the trend line and also with the end of March here from the Gantt square. Let us know what you think about that. And of course, always the more confluence of different kind of indicators which are coming together, they furthermore verified or validate these assumptions. However, I think there are some limitations. So as you already said, the price can just skyrocket to the upside, even hit 14,000 and then go back to that level, or it can go down. We don't really know what's happening towards that point. And Da Vinci, also you said previously to the video, if we were to break that red trend line, of course, that would be bearish, especially here in the short term, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, we do have like problems with the fact that there is divergence on the daily time frame showing up here. So if we were to make this bigger here, yeah, you can see this is the daily time frame. We have a little bit of divergence, not a whole lot, and it is confirmed, right? But so you have to trade with caution with your bullish stance, right? Because as you can see here, right, this high is not as high as this one right here, and this tends to happen a lot where the market goes, okay, well, I got the divergence, I'm going to confirm it, and then really screw up the shorts by stopping them out and then dumping down. So I would trade with caution and make sure that if you do put this as your stop loss, which is the 8,200 level, as your stop loss, that you're not gambling a lot of money. This is not your, oh my God, I'm going to make it or break it bet. Never do that when you're trading. Never, never, never.
Yes.
Right? Make sure that you could always come back for tomorrow and play this game again.
Putting that together, 12,500 until the end of March, it sounds extremely bullish. And yeah, man, I mean, we are bullish here. The trend is your friend until the end. We broke like the downward sloping resistance and everything. Everything looks extremely good. But still, if you are a moon boy, you should always have some caution. If we were to break the trend line, for example, or if we were to go down, we should keep that in mind as some small little bearish indication as well. For everyone watching right now, some people have been asking us where you're trading. I mean, most of you guys already know. You know that there's a bonus going on right now on Bybit, and this bonus was actually increased. You can get up to $400, but only for experienced traders. If you are an experienced trader, only in that case, you can get up to 400 whopping dollars by clicking that link, putting in your email address, a password, setting up an account. It takes like 24 seconds to do that. And you can withdraw all your profits from that free trade by clicking that link and also following the instructions here down below. Up to $400, guys, for experienced traders. So Da Vinci, let's go on. You have to you want to share something with us?
Exactly. I just saw this news article come up and it says Bitcoin ETF will come, but probably not in 2020. And yeah, I mean, we've already discussed this many times on the show. right, about the Bitcoin ETF. I'm willing to bet big money that when that ETF does comes out, sell. That will be the top.
I remember the discussion with Tone Vase on our channel. I think it was on the cruise or so. And he said that the ETF will boost Bitcoin. And you said, well, the ETF will come out once Bitcoin tops out so everyone can dump on us. And it makes sense. And this news, just before you can go on, DaVinci, sorry. This news that it's not coming in 2020 is actually bullish, which means we have more time to go up if you were to be correct. And it comes in 2021, 2022. This is even better. It means that we have more time to go up. Bitcoin has more potential to reach higher prices, maybe even up until 2021, 2022, right?
Yes. Now, this overall, it is positive for Bitcoin if the ETF doesn't hold the actual Bitcoin. That will remain to be seen. I bet you that it won't. But but it will be overall positive for Bitcoin as people will be feeling invested in Bitcoin, even if they don't own actual Bitcoins with this ETF. It's hard to say, right? I noticed that on the gold and silver ETFs, if you read their perspectives, basically, if the third-party custody holder gets robbed, that's not the fault of the ETF. So they can steal the money, and then it's not also, it says it's not the fault of the custody holder if they get stolen, if the gold and silver disappears. So basically, they can take away the silver and gold ETF, and there is no repercussions when you read the perspective. That's what it says in the perspectives. There's no repercussions. There's nothing you can do to make sure that they are following the rules. So I think that's how they get away with probably taking away the backing in the ETFs, right? Because there are no punishments for if they do take away the gold and silver. So that's probably what's going to happen with this ETF. So keep that in mind.
So DaVinci, putting it together, it was actually extremely interesting to talk about that indicator no one is looking at. For now, everyone watching, do you think we can actually reach 12,500 or maybe even more until the end of March? Let us know in the poll, which is popping up on top of the screen right now. Say yes or no. Can we reach 12,500 until the end of March? And also let us know your thoughts about that specific indicator in the comment section down below. It would be extremely interesting to see that. And with the ETF, I mean, it actually pumps me even more. If you ask me, I can wait even a few years more for the ETF to come. I'm not in a rush when it comes to that, especially if you're right with your theory. Is there something you want to share about Pandora's Wallet? I know you are still working day and night on it.
Yes, actually, I'm releasing a new version today. It's going to have auto update and quite a few new features that we're going to be putting out. We have a newsletter. If you're not signed up, please head over to DaVinciCodes.net, right, and sign up for our newsletter. And you can get information about what's going on with Pandora's Wallet. And of course, we are going to be switching this to a decentralized wallet. We're going to actually call it a decentralized wallet, believe it or not. And also it's going to be have exchange and everything built into the wallet as well. So it's going to be an interesting project, long-term project that I'm going to be working on it for a very, very long time. And I hope to have your support by purchasing your copy of Pandora's Wallet today.
All right, and if you want to do so, pandoraswallet.com, or you go into the pinned comment or the description and you will find the link right there. Click it and check it out. As you know, there is a free trial, and if you don't like it, which will not happen, you can just leave it like that. And if you like it, you can go and purchase it. So thank you so much, DaVinci. And I mean, that was a short episode, but nevertheless a very important one. For everyone who wants to support us, also there's an affiliate section down below. You can get a free test account on 3Commas, or you can get up to $400 for free on Bybit if you're an experienced trader. That being said, DaVinci, before we wrap it up, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, always play from a position of strength and don't get wrecked.
Don't get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto, already tomorrow here on our channel. And as always, guys, bye-bye.